Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's WW Silent 16 here, coming at you guys with yet another Raw review. Gonna be reviewing the first episode of Raw for August 2016, and this was the second week of Raw for the new era. And of course, we got SmackDown live tonight. So, without further ado, let's get straight into this review. So, last week the show started off with Mick Foley, Stephanie McMahon, the entire Raw locker room. This week, however, the show started off with the new women's champion Sasha Banks, and then later came out Charlotte, after Sasha was talking about how she deserves to be the women's champion. And then Charlotte came out talking trash, saying that, it was just a fluke. Like, she was using the old Ric Flair excuse, oh, there was a fly. So, Sasha didn't want to take any of her BS. And then for some strange reason, Chris Jericho came out, and I was like, what? I don't know why Jericho came out. This was, like, so random. So Jericho came out, and I guess he was sticking up for Charlotte or something. It was very, very strange. And calling Sasha Banks a brat and a punk, like, what? I don't know why Jericho's involved in this. It was pretty funny, though. And then Enzo Amore came out, and he didn't come out with Big Cass. He came out by himself. And he was standing up for Sasha Banks. And then they got a little into it, They started flirting with each other. And then Charlotte's like, oh, no, go ahead. I think you could go up for it, Sasha. And Jericho and Charlotte were just teasing them. And Enzo and Sasha were just literally flirting with each other, going, how you doing? Oh, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? They were just doing that back and forth. And I was a little surprised from that, because I really wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't expecting Jericho to come out and then Enzo Amore. So it was kind of weird, but it was kind of cool at the same time. So then after this whole random segment between these four, Mick Foley came out, the Raw GM, and he announced that there would be a mixed tag team match taking place between Charlotte and Jericho taking on Sasha Banks and Enzo Amore to kick off the night on Raw. And this was a pretty random match, to say the least. And another random thing that happened was that Kevin Owens was on commentary for this match, and I don't know why. It was just I don't know, it was just a really random way to kick off the show, but hey, I really enjoyed it. I tell you, it's a whole lot better than when Raw used to kick off with the 20-segment authority promos. That was boring as hell, but this was very, very interesting. And I'm surprised we had this mixed tag team match taking place. So yeah, we had that happen. But Kevin Owens, he was talking trash about Enzo Amore, saying that like, oh, if he comes up to me, I'll knock him straight out. KO trying to warn Amore or something. But Enzo and Sasha, they were a pretty decent tag team in this match. But of course, Dana Brooke, Charlotte's lapdog, has nothing else to do, so she decides to interfere and cost Sasha the match. And then she makes Charlotte win, which was stupid. I was so furious over that because, one, Charlotte should be fighting her own battles, and two, Dana Brooke had nothing to do with this match, so why was she out here in the first place? I have no idea. That was freaking ridiculous. So, next thing that happened was Braun Strowman came out and he took out another jobber. What was this guy's name? Evan Anderhold? That's, the last name sounds very, very wrong. Anderhold? Or Anderhole? I don't know. But very, very strange name. So Strowman took out another jobber with his funny ass finisher, the reverse chokeslam. Man, you know what? He's gonna be a dominant heel or face. I don't know what he's gonna be, but I have a feeling they're gonna make him a dominant heel, and then probably later on they'll turn him face, and he'll feud with I don't know, Rusev or something. We'll see. We'll see down in the future. So But I'm really liking Braun Strowman's new gimmick, and I like how he's on his own now. And I still think it was kind of stupid how they split up the Wyatt family. But then again, this could really boost up Braun's momentum on his own, and perhaps he could be a future world champion in the future. I don't know, maybe we'll see. But yeah, Strowman took out another jobber, and then afterwards, Golden Truth with another Pokemon Go segment. We had three or four of these last week, and they return again this week, and they were backstage. R-Truth was literally addicted to Pokemon Go, and Goldust has got this strange-ass face paint. I've never seen this before. He looks like a damn ninja with the face paint. It looks ridiculous. So, they have a match. They have a match, and it was just, I don't know. It was a little weird, but we'll get to that right after I talk about what happened before this match took place. So before this match took place, it was a backstage segment between Mark Henry, Mick Foley, and Stephanie McMahon. And Mark Henry was basically saying that, he wants to reopen the Hall of Pain, when he was a heel back in the day, and he was just destroying everybody in his path. He wants to reopen the Hall of Pain, and he wants one more run in the WWE. That's exactly what he said to Foley and Stephanie. But Mick Foley was thinking he was thinking of something else. He was thinking that, Mark Henry could be like this this guy that the Superstars would look up to, and maybe he'll be like a mentor or something. That's what Mick Foley was thinking, but hey, Foley decided to change his mind, and he made a match between Mark Henry and Rusev for the United States Championship later on tonight. So Henry gets his chance to prove why he deserves another run in the WWE, and let's see if he could, reopen the Hall of Pain. We'll see. So now we get into the match. It's Golden Truth taking on the Shining Stars. And this match took place because of the conspiracy that happened last week between Golden Truth and getting involved in their match. R-Truth playing Pokemon Go in the ring. Yeah, and then cost the match. That was funny. And really, the same thing happened here because Goldust was literally the only one that was fighting in this match for his team. R-Truth was literally just on the apron, just playing Pokemon Go, and he was so distracted. He was so addicted to the game that he didn't want to be involved in the match. Goldust tried to go for a tag, and R-Truth dropped his phone, and he picked it up. He's like, hold on, I'm going to pick up my phone, and I'm going to come back up. And then that cost Golden Truth the win, and of course Shining Stars won, and I don't really care for them. So yeah, so that was a little dramatic, to say the least. So we have this segment between Michael Cole and Finn Balor. And Michael Cole basically was interviewing Finn Balor, but it didn't last long. It only lasted about like 2 minutes. So Balor came out, and he was interviewed by Michael Cole for only 2 minutes. Really, the only question that he asked Balor was, how does it feel to be on Monday Night Raw? How does it feel to be in the main event of SummerSlam? Stuff like that. And then Balor, he answered saying that, he was the longest reigning NXT champion, and he wants to be the first ever Universal Champion in the WWE. So it didn't end long until Seth Rollins came out, his SummerSlam opponent, until Seth Rollins came out and he started talking trash about Balor, and that's when Cole left the ring. And then we got this awesome face-to-face, we got this awesome confrontation between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, the two men who will be fighting for the WWE Universal Championship at SummerSlam. And it was a really good segment, to say the least. Finn Balor, he was saying the same thing that he said to Rollins, where he was the longest reigning NXT champion. But then Seth Rollins was trying to one-up him, saying that he was the first ever NXT champion, and he was the first member of the Shield to cash in Money in the Bank and win the WWE Championship on the same night at WrestleMania. Excuse me. So yeah, Rollins was really trying to one up Balor here, and Balor was saying that he's going to become the first ever Universal Champion at SummerSlam. But it's all just really all this confrontation really is for is just to hype up their match at SummerSlam. That's all it really is for. So that was cool, and Rollins tried to attack Balor right after this confrontation was over, but then Balor hit him with the spinning heel kick, and then he dropped Rollins with the Pele kick. So yeah, that was cool, and that gives us a sneak peek of what will happen at SummerSlam. So that was cool. Yeah. So now we get into the U.S. title match between Mark Henry and Rusev, and once again Mark Henry failed to win the U.S. title, and it was kind of disappointing because really, now that he lost, that segment just made no sense. He lost right away as soon as Rusev applied the accolade. He applied the accolade once, and that was really right when the commercial break was over. And he applied it once. Henry escaped out of it. He powered out of it. Then he got kicked in the head, and then Rusev applied the accolade, and Mark Henry couldn't do anything about it, and he just tapped out. He gave up easily. Now, like Michael Cole said, he put up a hell of a fight against Rusev, but in the end, it was Rusev who retained the title. And then afterwards, Rusev was talking trash about the Olympics and America, of course. And a lot of people were expecting Kurt Angle to come out, and I was like, no, he's not. He's not gonna come out. He's not gonna return. There's no way it's gonna happen. Rusev might be talking trash about the Olympics, but that doesn't mean that Kurt Angle's coming back. It'll be awesome if he does. He could prove me wrong, but I don't see that happening. So instead, Roman Reigns comes out, and he's got this really, really cool-looking gear on, black and red representing the colors for Raw, and he's still got the full beard on. That's amazing. I'm loving the new attire for Reigns. I'm loving the new gimmick. He's trying to look like a badass. I get it. So I guess his next feud is going to be to Rusev. Now that he lost to Balor last week, it seems like he's going to go after the U.S. title now, because he took out Rusev with a Superman punch, and then he grabbed he held the title for just like a minute or two, and then we moved on. But hey, I would love to see Reigns and Rusev at SummerSlam for the U.S. title, and maybe Reigns could walk away with the U.S. Championship. That would be awesome. Because a lot of people have been saying that Reigns deserves to be in the mid card. He doesn't need to be a champion again. He's been a champion 3 times, so it's better that he's in the mid card now. And I agree. I totally agree. And here's why. Roman Reigns, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love this guy. Okay? He is without a doubt one of the best superstars on this roster. You might not agree with me or not, but it's the damn truth. Because he was the powerhouse of the Shield. He's held the WWE World Heavyweight Championship not 1, not 2, but 3 times in his career so far, and he's looking for that 4th championship down the road. But right now it makes sense that he's in the mid card, because since he lost to Finn Balor last week and Balor's in the main event at SummerSlam, Roman Reigns is not. It kind of makes sense that Reigns would be in the mid card now, because then Reigns wouldn't have a match at SummerSlam if he didn't have a feud right now. So that's why Reigns went after Rusev, and he wants Rusev for the U.S. title at SummerSlam, and I can't wait for that. So it's better that Roman Reigns stays in the mid card for now, and it would help boost his momentum, so that later, when he gets another shot at the WWE Universal Championship, people would take him a little bit more seriously than now, because people don't really care about him right now, because he was just constantly in the main event back and forth, and people were just tired of seeing it. And I gotta agree with them. It's not that I don't hate Roman Reigns. Like I said, I'm a big fan of him. I have some of his damn T-shirts, but the point is, Reigns deserves to be in the mid card right now, because it's gonna help him become a better superstar later on in the future. It's gonna help him, and it maybe if he wins the U.S. title at SummerSlam, maybe if he will, I think he will. But if he wins the U.S. title at SummerSlam, maybe he'll probably hold on to the title as long as Dean Ambrose did, and maybe he'll break Dean Ambrose's record as the longest reigning U.S. champion of the modern era. But I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it though. So this feud is really interesting here. So we'll see what happens at SummerSlam and come more episodes of Raw. We'll see what happens between Reigns and Rusev. So afterwards we have Titus O'Neil taking on Darren Young, former primetime players, taking on each other in a match, and this really only took place because of the pre-show. They showed a segment where Darren Young was backstage with Titus O'Neil, and Titus O'Neil was saying, you know, I really like this whole make Darren Young great again, but to be perfectly honest, when were you ever great to begin with? And I was like, savage. He's a savage for saying that, and he's kind of right with that, because really, when was Darren Young ever great? I don't even remember that. So now we have this match, and Darren Young got beat up pretty bad, and then it was Titus who picked up the win here when he grabbed his tights and then he picked them up with the schoolboy win. Yeah. And then Bob Backlund was furious backstage afterwards, after the match. When, you know, they went to commercial, then they came back on, and Bob Backlund was furious because he was saying that Titus O'Neil cheated, and then Titus O'Neil got furious. He got aggravated because he didn't want Bob Backlund in his face, just screaming at him. So basically, Titus threatened him, saying that, like, I will knock your old ass out if you stop yelling in my damn face. And then Darren Young literally pushed Titus out of the way. He's like, don't talk to my coach like that. Come on, coach. And I don't know where this feud is going right now. It seems like they're going to turn Titus heel again, or maybe they'll turn Darren heel or something. I don't know. I don't know if I really care for this feud. You know, it was like this, what is it, a couple years back? Maybe it was. You know, when they broke up, and then Titus turned heel on Darren Young, so I don't know why this feud is starting again, but maybe it could get just a little bit better. But I don't know. So they had another backstage segment with Foley and Stephanie, and this time it was with Sheamus. He was saying, you know, that he wants a championship match later in the future. And then Cesaro came in, and he was saying that he deserves better. You know, he doesn't want to be in the mid-card area. He doesn't want to be below everybody else on the roster, so he wants a title match. And Sheamus and Cesaro were just going at it backstage, and Foley handled the whole thing on his own, and he told the two guys, don't take it out on us, take it out on each other. But why don't you two have a match, and we'll see who will get a future championship match down the road. So Mick Foley made it official. Cesaro versus Sheamus is happening later tonight. And, of course, the winner will be getting a future championship match. He didn't exactly say what championship, though, but my guess is that it would be for either the Universal Championship or the U.S. Championship. You hope, because first Sheamus was talking about how Reigns doesn't deserve to be the number one contender for the U.S. title. Sheamus was saying that he deserves to be champion because he held the title for a long time. He held that U.S. title for a long time. So he's saying that he deserves to be number one contender. And that's when Cesaro came in, and then he was saying he deserved number one contender. Then that's when they started their whole drama backstage, and then that's when the match was announced for later tonight. Okay? So, yeah, that's basically it. We had Who Cares taking on another jobber. I swear, I really don't care for Nia Jax. I don't, okay? I'm gonna be perfectly honest here. I don't give a damn about her. She is freaking horrible. I said it before. Why did they bring her up in the first place? She is so damn bad. She was absolutely terrible in NXT, and she's gonna bore the hell out of me now that she's on the main roster. Why did you bring her up so damn early? I don't understand that. I really don't. So, whenever she comes on the TV screen, I'm really just gonna mute her match, or I'm just gonna, you know, be on Facebook or something, because I don't care about her matches. I don't care about her as a wrestler. She is goddamn awful. And, you know, the thing I don't get is she's supposed to be a damn powerhouse in the women's division, and all she does for a finisher is a freaking leg drop. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why would you have someone as big as her deliver a freaking leg drop, one little leg drop to finish the match? That makes no sense. She's supposed to be a powerhouse. She's supposed to have a more dominant finisher than just a freaking leg drop. Okay? I'm sorry, but I'm just furious over this. Now I just don't care for her at all. Yeah, I might a little bit later, but right now I just don't care for Nia Jax at all. So that's why I said, who cares, taking on another jobber. So yeah, that was really pointless. Next we have the New Day taking on Gallows and Anderson in a tag team match, and one member of the New Day was banned from ringside. And this all took place because Gallows and Anderson attacked New Day last week in their whole celebration at become the longest reigning tag team champions, you know, with Sonny Boy. So that's the reason why this match took place. And Gallows and Anderson lost within the first 5 minutes. It didn't last very long. And then afterwards, Gallows and Anderson, just like last week, beat the living hell out of the New Day. Xavier Woods was banned from ringside, since he was the one, you know, that couldn't be at ringside, because I guess the New Day, before this matchup took place, they had this little segment backstage before the commercial break where it was New Day backstage, and this guy was holding a bag, and Xavier Woods, he picked something out of the bag, and he got a banana. And I was like, wait a minute, where is this going? And then when they came into the ring, when the New Day came into the ring, and Xavier Woods pulled out his banana, and then Kofi and Big E pulled out their oranges, they were gonna put it together, and then I was like, that's not PG. That is not PG. That is. I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say it, but that is not PG. So I'm glad they didn't show that. But it was funny, though. So Xavier Woods got the wrong fruit. They were supposed to get matching fruit, orange, but instead Xavier got the banana, so Xavier Woods was banned from ringside for this match. And then Kofi and Big E took out Gallows and Anderson within the first 5 minutes, and then they got their ass whooped again by Gallows and Anderson, and then of course, Big E... I don't know why this happened, but Big E got injured, apparently, after Gallows and Anderson threw him balls first into the turnbuckle. And that was kind of brutal. That was kind of brutal. It looked like it really hurt. So apparently Big E was injured for that. And then when the commercial break was over, they showed Big E and Xavier and Kofi backstage, like in the doctor's arena. They're just concerned for Big E. They're just wondering how he's doing. Yeah. And then Michael Cole was saying, like, oh, if we don't get any updates for Big E tonight, stay tuned on WWE.com for the latest info on the injury of Big E. It's probably nothing serious, because I'm sure he's fine. Okay, he's not gonna be gone for like 2 to 3 months or 6 to 9 months just because he hurt his damn balls. If you think about that, that's just pretty pointless, and that is ridiculous. It's like, how would you feel? You know how embarrassing that would be? That would be so damn embarrassing. Oh, so why were you gone for so long? Oh, I injured my balls. Awkward. It just got really, really weird. So now we have Cesaro taking on Sheamus. And I really, really like this because these guys are the two hard hitters on the roster. And they were just going at it, man. Oh my god, this was amazing. This was literally just a hard-hitting back-and-forth match. You know, first they were hitting each other with uppercuts. Then Cesaro was doing the uppercut train. Then Sheamus was, you know, doing the knees to the face. It was just a hard-hitting match. And it looked really painful. Just those shots, man. Oh my god. So it was really good to see that. And in the end, it was Cesaro who picked up the win. When Sheamus went for the tilt-a-whirl slam, and Cesaro counted straight into the neutralizer. 1, 2, 3. Cesaro, it gets a future title shot down the road. And I really liked it. I really, really liked it. Perhaps Cesaro will get his shot sooner than later, but I don't know. It all depends here, but I don't know what they're going to do with Sheamus now. Who knows? Still, I really enjoyed it. They were just beating the living hell out of each other. It was a hard-hitting match. Oh my god. So yeah, Cesaro picked up the win. I really enjoyed it. The next thing that happened here on Raw was they had Heath Slater in the ring, and I heard rumors saying that Jinder Mahal was going to return to the WWE, and he made his return on Raw. And then he was in the ring with Heath Slater. Then, just like SmackDown, Heath Slater was in the ring saying how he's the hottest free agent in the WWE right now. And then Mick Foley came out saying that, like, oh, these two are going to have a match against each other, and whoever wins will get a WWE contract and will be on the Raw roster. And then we thought we were going to have this old... Everybody thought there was going to be this whole, 2MB reunion. That didn't last long. And the match, apparently, the referee came out to the ring. The match started... And Heath Slater, he turned around and he got hit, bam, right in the face with a big boot. And Jinder Mahal picked up the win, and Jinder Mahal is now a member of the Raw roster. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I mean, I really didn't care for him back then, but I don't know if I care for him now. But still, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of cool. We'll see what happens. They had this... They had this hilarious backstage segment between Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. Jericho was being interviewed by Tom Phillips, and because he was saying that Enzo Amore better watch his back, and he better watch it. And then Jericho was saying that he had some backup, and Tom Phillips was wondering who. And then as soon as he said who, everybody from the crowd, you could hear it in the background. They're all like, who, like how the New Day does it. And then Jericho's like, what? Who is your partner? Who is gonna be standing up for you? Who's gonna be by your side? I'm not saying anything. And then Jericho comes up with this random ass name, Jimin. No, Jimin. Marford. Jimin Marford? Oh my god. Jimin Marford. What was the last name? I don't even remember. Jimin Marford something. It was just ridiculous, man. I really loved it here. Jericho is such an amazing heel. Same with KO. And then KO came onto the segment, and he was telling Jericho, you do know you just made that person up, right? Jimin Marford, Luford. Who cares? I don't know. So after KO said that, he basically said, you know what, Jericho, I got your back. And then that segment, and it was just hilarious. So yeah, there you go, guys. There's that. And now we get on to the final two things that happened tonight. We have the main event, Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn. And this was a really good match. If it wasn't probably the best match of the night, because there really wasn't any other good matches. But Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn was the match of the night here. I really enjoyed it. It was kind of similar to the match they had on SmackDown like a month ago or two, but I really enjoyed it. In the end, it was Seth Rollins picking up the win with the pedigree, Sami Zayn with the Hollywood kick multiple times in the match, and then finally he got caught with the pedigree, and Rollins won easily. Not easily, but he won with one pedigree. So Rollins picked up the win. And Sami Zayn, he really wanted to make a statement, he said. He said backstage, when he's been interviewed earlier, he wanted to make a statement. Because now that he put an end to the chapter of the rivalry between him and KO, he can move on to better things now, and he wants to make a statement. So he tried to do that with Rollins, and he came up a little bit too short, and Rollins won this match. But I really enjoyed it, though. Alright, guys, now we get on to the final segment of the night. We have Brock Lesnar returning, and Paul Heyman was in the ring. Heyman was talking trash about Randy Orton, of course, saying that Randy can't hit the RKO. He's not going to be able to hit the RKO on Brock Lesnar. He won't have the position to put the RKO on Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. So Heyman was talking about all this trash, and yeah, it was just... Oh shit, my Xbox turned off. So yeah, it was just really a whole segment where Heyman was just like talking trash about Randy. And then out of nowhere, this was a huge shocker. After Paul Heyman mentioned that Randy would never hit that RKO at SummerSlam, all of a sudden they like zoom up the camera at Brock Lesnar's face like this. And then Lesnar turns around and he's like, boom! RKO out of nowhere! And I was like, what? I was like, wait, where the hell did Randy come from? He just invaded Raw. Oh my god, that was awesome. Randy hits the RKO out of nowhere. He invades Raw, ends the show, posing with the WWE Universe in the crowd. Oh my god, man. That was amazing. I really love that. That was sick. Kudos to Randy for that. That was a really, really nice trick you had there up your sleeve, Randy. Now, are they going to have Brock come up on SmackDown tonight and have him F5 Randy out of nowhere? I don't know. But this is really, really getting me excited for SummerSlam, and I can't wait. So Randy ended the show with the RKO, taking out Brock, posing with the fans. Security, Foley, Stephanie, referees, they all try to get Randy out of the building and they all try to get him. But Randy escaped to the crowd, just like I said. So there you guys have it. There goes another episode for Monday Night Raw. There's the second episode of New Era. I'm really enjoying it so far. It really wasn't better than last week's Raw, but it was a pretty good episode, not gonna lie. And Rollins and Sami Zayn and Cesaro and Sheamus were my two favorite matches of the night. So yeah, that was cool. So thank you guys for watching this review. Please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more, do all that good stuff. And I will see you guys soon with another video. So take care, guys.